The Russian Finance Ministry announced it will exponentially increase its gold purchasing beginning Friday, tomorrow. According to Russian news agency Interfax, the government will increase its gold purchases from 1.12 billion rubles per day to 8.2 billion rubles per day for the next month. So 8.2 billion rubles is about, I did the calculation here, it's about $92.5 million per day. You multiply that by 30, you get like $2.7 billion at $2,500 per troy ounce. That's just over 1.1 million ounces, or just over 31 tons.
Russia is finally making its move. And this could very well be the big one for gold and the beginning of the end for Western hegemony and the entire global financial system. Earlier this week, Russia's finance ministry released a statement that it will allocate 172.9 billion rubles, or $1.9 billion for foreign currency and gold purchases between September 6th and October 4th, 2024. The amount of funds allocated for purchase of foreign currency and gold total 172.9 billion rubles, the ministry said in its statement. Transactions will be carried out from September 6th to October 4th, 2024. Respectively, the daily volume of purchase of foreign currency and gold will equal 8.2 billion rubles. Before now, the ministry had allocated 1.12 billion rubles to daily gold purchases. According to the Jerusalem Post, one of the first outlets to report the news, this amounts to a staggering 601% increase daily for the next month. Russia, China, and other BRICS Plus nations have shown their partiality toward gold, particularly compared to other popular reserve assets, including the US dollar. Not only have Russia and China used gold to circumvent Western sanctions and continue trading with each other, but there have also been talks of a new gold-backed financial system. The unit, as it is popularly known, will replace the dollar system and help Russia and other countries finally escape the punishing, hypocritical claws of the West. The recent announcement from Russia's Ministry of Finance has also been hailed as a strategic move from Russia, particularly as tensions continue to rise between the East and West as a result of Russia's war in Ukraine. According to popular precious metals analyst Mario Innecco, this is a huge moment for gold, particularly because it is the first time a nation-state like Russia is announcing its intentions to buy gold before making the purchases. Innecco believes the announcement will send an important message to investors worldwide who are still ignorant about what's coming and how the entire world is about to change forever. We will present clips from a recent video from the Innecco 64 YouTube channel. Please watch to the end, share and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications bell for more videos like this. We deeply appreciate your support and hope you enjoy the video. Let's take a quick break to share an important message from our sponsor, Cryptonomy. Cryptonomy is a fully regulated, high-security financial services firm specializing in digital assets. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or exchange cryptocurrencies, enjoy instant loans using your crypto as collateral, or earn up to 172.5% APY on staked assets, Cryptonomy has it all. I've been using Cryptonomy for a while now, and it's given me the ability to do so much more with my cryptocurrencies. One of my favorite features is the interest account, which lets you stake your assets and earn up to 172.5% APY. You can choose between flexible and fixed interest accounts, depending on what suits your investment style and risk tolerance. The flexible interest account offers lower returns but greater flexibility. On the other hand, the fixed interest account can give you up to 172.5% APY, with returns that grow with longer commitment periods. Whether you go for a flexible or fixed interest account, or both like I did, you'll enjoy daily rewards with compounded interest added monthly. To make a deposit on the flexible interest account and start enjoying exciting investment returns, simply scroll to the cryptocurrency you wish to stake. Click Deposit. Input the amount you wish to stake, click Continue, and lastly, Deposit on the confirmation page to complete the process. The process is similar for the fixed interest account, but this time you must select the interest rate and period. The higher the period, the higher the returns. Cryptonomy also lets you swap between hundreds of cryptocurrencies in seconds with zero fees. Withdrawals are fast and straightforward, and the platform offers a user-friendly interface, 24/7 support, and much more. This project is really exciting, and I highly recommend checking it out. To learn more about Cryptonomy, click the links in the description below. Thanks for watching.
Russia has known for many years about the bullion banks in the West and how they manipulate the gold market for the central banks in order to keep the dollar strong, the fiat currency system strong. It's not just the dollar, but also the euro, the yen, the pound, and the major Western currencies. They attended, they had one of their major economic advisors to President Putin attend a conference, I think it was in 2005 or 6, that was organized by Bill Murphy of Gold Antitrust Action Committee, or GATA.org. They've been trying to expose the manipulation of the gold price by the Western central banks and the bullion banks since 1999. So the Russians are aware of this, and they started accumulating a lot of gold back in 2006, and they've been doing it ever since. Of course, Russia, I think, is probably the top gold producer in the world as well, or one of the top 2 or 3. So it has a lot of gold. And they also used gold in the beginning of the war. Well, not the beginning of the war, but the special military operation in 2022. They used that to stabilize the ruble. And we've seen that China's been buying a lot of gold, even though they have been kind of inactive since May or June. They haven't been updating their reserves, and some people are saying, oh, they're not buying anymore, the PBOC, but I think they are through other channels. But this is quite interesting what just came out here, because they've actually announced today, and this is from the Jerusalem Post here, this story. Country announces plans to use oil revenue windfall to purchase large amount of gold this month. So we've seen that NATO has kept largesse towards Ukraine. We keep giving them war materials. We keep giving them money. And there's no stopping it. We see people, leaders like Keir Starmer, going there and saying, we're going to support you until the end, or until we get rid of, we defeat Russia. And there's been that incursion into Russian territory, Kursk. And I personally think, unfortunately, the West is trying to provoke Russia, but Russia is not really, it's not really falling for it in a kinetic, belligerent way. I think the way they're doing it is financially, and this is a big part of it. The fact that they're announcing they're buying gold, and it's a relatively large amount. So let's go through this, and I'll give you the numbers. I'll translate from rubles to dollars. So it says the Russian Finance Ministry announced it will exponentially increase its gold purchasing beginning Friday, tomorrow. According to Russian news agency Interfax, the government will increase its gold purchases from 1.12 billion rubles per day to 8.2 billion rubles per day for the next month.
Not only will Russia be buying a massive amount of gold daily for the next month at least, but the finance ministry said it expects a significant oil and gas revenue of 162 billion rubles in September, a considerable increase compared to the 10.9 billion rubles generated from oil sales in August. This huge increase in revenue will be used to purchase more gold, as would future revenue increases from oil sales. In his video, Innecco points out that this is not a certain indication that gold prices will rise significantly over the next month, but it is your cue to keep stacking and keep preparing for what's coming. It is another big indication of the coming collapse which experts like Innecco say will easily topple the financial system and wipe out trillions of dollars almost overnight. The only way to prepare for this inevitable collapse is to exit the system as quickly as possible and keep a considerable part of your wealth in genuine, tangible assets that cannot be easily inflated away or confiscated when the collapse begins. And the confiscation and overzealous taxation will happen, in fact, maybe even sooner than we imagine if the Democrats win the elections in November. Let's get back to the video.
They say here as well that Russia using oil to get gold. It says the report states the finance ministry expects a significant oil and gas revenue of 162 billion rubles in September. It's interesting though, if you calculate 8.2 billion rubles times 30, you get like 240 billion rubles. So they're not just using their oil and gas revenues to buy gold. They're buying extra gold as well, apart from that 162 billion rubles. So I think this is interesting. Am I talking about this to tell you that you should buy gold because the gold price is going to go up because of this? No, not necessarily, even though it could help the gold price. I'm just telling you this because gold is the ultimate form of money and payment in times of trouble and war. And that's why Russia is doing this. Does it matter for us, sovereign individuals? Well, I think it does. And I'm not taking sides with Russia nor NATO here. I'm neutral. I'm like Switzerland here. I'm just trying to help you and I as individuals fighting the war that they're waging on us as well. And what war is that? Well, that's the war of currency debasement, of keeping us under their control and not allowing us to keep the fruits of our labor and making sure that the fruits of our labor or our savings retain their value. And that's the whole battle, in my opinion. My channel is, I'm not here to try to help you make a killing and become rich. I'm trying to help you here to safeguard some of the extra fruits that you've been able to put aside. That's the way I see things. You do something productive for society, you get compensated for it, and then you live your life and you try to keep a little bit of extra of that fruit, of those fruits of your labor. And if you want to make sure that you have some kind of insurance for a rainy day or when you get a lot older and you can't produce as much, then you have something that will be useful, and that will be gold and silver. And I think it's the same thing for sovereign nations in times of conflict. I think even Alan Greenspan said in times of extremis, he said, in times of conflict and chaos, there's only one kind of form of payment, and that is gold. Fiat currencies become like, something that is very fragile. And the other thing I think the Russians are pointing to, they're giving a signal to the other BRICS nations, the other nations that are interested in joining BRICS. And the timing is also very interesting because October 22nd to the 24th, while there's going to be the BRICS conference or summit, there's a lot of speculation they're going to talk about BRICS monetary agreement. I'm not even saying here they're going to announce a BRICS currency because I think that's still really far away, but more of a BRICS trading monetary mechanism that involves gold. And I think that could be a signal that Russia is giving here.
This pre-announcement could become a trend among BRICS countries and their allies, just as they have all been making large gold purchases collectively for the past few years. This could be the latest part of the venture to create a new gold-backed financial system that will be a complete departure from the current dollar fiat system. and the beginning of the end for all asset classes built on that system. This is why experts like Innecco are advocating that you buy and hold tangible assets like gold and silver, the only assets that have served investors through thousands of years and through both good and bad times. Do you agree that Russia's announcement bodes well for gold and silver prices in 2024 and beyond? Please share your thoughts and comments on the video in the comments section below. If you liked this video, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out other videos on gold, silver, and the overall global economy. We appreciate the support and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.